spirituality is for losers. It's true. Oh my God. Does that mean you are a loser? It does if you think it does. If you think it does. And why would you think that? Spirituality is for everyone potentially. It is inclusive. That's what you could think. Spirituality is also exclusive in the sense that it has to do with your inner self, your internal private thoughts and feelings. You can't get more exclusive, more intimate than your deepest, most private thoughts and emotions, right? And everyone has those, whether they are winners or losers, according to whatever standard you are using as your benchmark. And even if spirituality is quote unquote for losers, people who can't hack it in the real world, escapists, whatever, isn't it good to know that there is a refuge no matter what happens? That there is an eternal source of comfort and solace for those who seek it? In other words, so what? So what? So what if it's for losers? When people say things like spirituality is for losers, do you know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of kids arguing with each other. My block tower is taller than yours. Or teenagers arguing with each other. My celebrity crush is way hotter and way more talented than yours. Or adults arguing with each other. My house is bigger than yours. Or my political party has more votes than yours. Or my religion is superior to yours. Or my opinion is better than yours. It's the same thing, isn't it? Saying something is for losers is just a way of belittling it because in the eyes of the speaker, it holds little to no value. Spirituality is whatever you want it to be. That's the wonderful thing about it. And it's the very thing that makes it so terrible, according to skeptics and disbelievers. The same thing attracts vastly differing opinions. Is that any surprise? It just goes to show that things are what we think they are, because we are free beings. Even if you do accept and truly believe that spirituality is for losers, you could run with that in a number of directions in terms of action. You might just avoid spirituality altogether as irrational nonsense or as something that has no relevance to you. You might take up a crusade against all of that so-called spiritual nonsense. You might continue your spiritual journey in spite of your belief that it is for losers and feel sheepish about it and avoid talking about it for fear of being called irrational and out there. Or you might continue your spiritual journey and just keep it private, not because you are ashamed or sheepish about it and wish to avoid speaking about it, but simply because you happen to enjoy practicing in solitude. Even in the world of so-called losers, there are happy losers and sore losers, just like there are happy winners and unhappy winners. Why else would someone who has achieved worldly success have suicidal thoughts and even act upon them? Maybe there is more to this life than being a quote-unquote winner. Peace and happiness do not come from things. They do not come from outside of us. Peace and happiness come from people. They are created by people, us people, people like you and me. Anyone who is human and alive and conscious is capable of generating peace and happiness. And the sweet thing is that when you have a practice of generating peace and happiness, a practice of generating unconditional peace and happiness, you happen to feel like a winner.